Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 73 of Trials and Trebuchets. I am your Dungeon Master, Luke, and joining me are my players, whose names are...
Hi, my name is Ben, and I will be playing Mr. Wiggles, the cuddly companion of Winsler, the level 6 gnome wizard. We're going backwards, I guess.
Oh, no.
Don't laugh at me. I need to. Okay. Hi. My name is Ida Idleberry, the blue nine-tailed What? Hi. My name is Ida Idleberry, the blue nine-tailed squirrel, born from the love of my mommy, Integrity Idleberry, a level 6 tiefling rogue. I think we're a little lost because I don't know where we are, but I have to be brave, just like my mommy told me. Hiya! Kapow!
So cute! Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Crorigami, a paper bird and a delightful friend. I'm reported to be a corvid, rewarded foreign by a bard, and deported to a sordid course by a horrid frog of morbid origin.
Oh my god.
Oh, God. Fuck.
Hi, my name is Sam, and I play, Virgil.
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on. We got frog napped, and I'm in need of a nap, but first I want to get home.
Aww.
And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the students were on lockdown. Mira investigated her new urn, finding a curled up body within. Meanwhile, Winsler and Kurt got down to work on the golem. That night, they were led by the golem Toll to a redecorated maintenance closet where they would perform a final shift of disenchantment detention. Playing around with the objects they had been told to disenchant, the students met a noble frog asking for aid before floating through their hearts and disappearing, apparently with their pets. So, we find ourselves now in a great grand forest. The trees are tall. It feels like summer. You can feel the breeze on your skin.
On my paper.
This nobly dressed bipedal frog is standing here in the small clearing. They look partially confused as they look around. They turn to the four of you, the pets of the students who have been brought here to your knowledge, you have no idea what's happening, but you are all here. You can all, you feel less constrained by the chains imposed by the mortal plane, or the prime material plane, as some might call it, and feel the ability to speak in language previously unknowable to yourselves.
We're speaking pet-ease.
Pet-ease.
If you would like to... So, the frog will look at the four of you before bowing deeply, hinging at the hip violently, and bringing his face close to the ground. He's wearing a large ruff, if you recall, as well as some very brightly colored noble clothes, such as a courtier would wear. They will bow and say, "It is with my greatest humility that I welcome you to Ailton Valley. The Grand Duke awaits your arrival, O great heroes and champions of prophecy."
All right,
What's going on? Who the devil
cut
are
the
you?
crap, Mr. Fancy Pants. You got some major explaining to do here.
Yes, most gracious hero. Perchance could it await before we depart from the forest of whims?
Is this some kind of dream? And am I dreaming right now?
Well, of course not, my great feline friend. You are in the Valley of Ailton, the greatest realm for pets ever known.
What have you done with Mother?
Oh my gosh.
I want you all to go around and describe what your pets look like, just so that everyone can imagine it.
Well, there's not much to say about Mr. Wiggles. He looks like a Russian blue. He's a great kitty. Great kitty with some bright blue eyes and a snarky attitude.
I would like to have not I would like because this is the case. And Ida looks like her cute self, all blue and nine-taily, but this time around her mouth is jelly.
Okay.
Aw. Yeah, Kurogami's he's a paper crow. He's made of like yellowed thick parchment shaped like a bird, and it's got lots of little details of very fancy cursive script written all over him in ink. Probably just like describing birds in general. It's just bird lore all over Crowry.
Bird lore.
Oh, that should have been one of your abilities, spout bird lore.
Oh,
Bird
dang.
lore.
Not too late.
Oh my gosh, bird lore, and then like the power is that it will make people fall asleep.
Wow. We're just like really anti-ornithology
And-
on this podcast.
I love
kidding.
ornithologists.
I love
What does Virgil look like?
ornithologists.
What does Virgil look like?
Virgil is a crystal hedgehog. And that means
Yes.
he's a hedgehog with crystals. Purple crystals to be exact.
Yes. Yeah.
If I
Okay.
remember correctly, it's like he has dark fur around the face and then his stomach is white.
Yes.
And he just kind of sits on his little legs and he looks around at everybody, trying to figure out what to do next.
Absolutely. So the frog, this noble frog addressing you, Kurogami, will say, "Why, you still exist with your mama, but I have just brought you here in spiritual form so that you might fulfill great prophecy and destroy the cruel beasts of the land.
Prophecy schmophecy.
My goodness.
It's a smoffishy.
I must implore you that we leave the forest at once. My calculations regarding our arrival in Ailton proper were incorrect. We appear to be a few minutes outside of the city. Quite dangerous, if you ask me."
Virgil, I think a prophecy is a snack.
You know, it's past my bedtime, and I kind of want to go to bed.
Great
Please.
heroes, please heed my wishes. We must go quickly, else the great beast will be upon us shortly, and your stint in this wonderful place will be short-lived, as will mine.
A great beast?
I'm gonna run away. Ida runs.
Which
I'm gonna
way?
go somewhere. I'm gonna follow Ida.
I'm gonna rub my temples.
Your cat temples.
My cat temples.
Pause.
Aww.
Feline.
If it means
of the
getting home
wiggle
faster, then I
variety.
guess I'll play along.
Do you think this is some type of jape? Or do you believe this foul frog?
Please, great champions, in the sacred text, you are regarded as quite noble heroes. Please, this way, and they will point towards. You can see off in the distance some smoke rising. What seems to be a small little settlement off in the distance, and they will point and be like, "Please, just accompany me and see the Grand Duke. They will explain all which needs to be explained, and you might begin your task so that your spirits might return home."
Grand Duke, huh?
The Grand
Where
Duke,
there's smoke,
yes.
there's food.
And they will yell quite loudly and say, "There is a great feast awaiting you, a champion's feast, please."
Oh.
Immediately, Virgil is heading in that direction.
Now you're
Yes.
speaking my language,
Ida's-
fancy pants.
Ida's running goes from 20 feet per minute to 500 feet per minute.
Minute.
I'm 30 feet per minute, so I'm kind of slower than her, but yeah.
Okay,
Per minute.
you can all begin to make your way. I need folks to make perception checks, which if you don't know off the top of your head is just your wisdom. Just make a wisdom roll.
10
Oh,
and
no.
3. 13 for
21.
Kurogami.
I got a 3.
Oh my gosh.
18.
Virgil is focused on food right now. He does not have time to worry about any danger.
13, 18, 21, 3.
Yeah.
13, 18, 21, 3.
13, 18,
That's
21,
the code.
3.
How did you find it?
It's the code.
Come on an adventure with me. 13, 18,
Ida.
21, 3.
Ida and Mr. Wiggles, you both hear with your finely tuned ears.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Rustling and cracking coming from the woods behind you. And it is quite dark, but you hear what sounds like the grinding of metal against trees and the grinding of metal on metal. And you will hear Ribbiton let out a soft and they will say, "Yes, with great haste, let us make our way to the city. Yes, everyone, please." And they will begin to, as fast as a frog can run on two legs, run through the woods trying to keep up with you all. And
Oh, it's amazing to picture.
the whole way there, you hear this creaking and snapping coming from behind you. And if you were to ever stop and look back, you'd probably see the sheen of what looks like metal or something far away in the woods, just there, right? And it seems something is following you.
Ugh.
And would you like to investigate that any further, or would you just like to follow the frog?
Well, between the choice of a luxurious meal and the sound of horrific metal creaking together, I would prefer to go with the former. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree
I
with
want
that.
to get some food in my belly.
Aww.
As you are running, this frog will become out of breath as you exit the forest. It's a very nice forest. It's a very nice place. You find yourselves on a very well-paved little cobble road leading into a small town, or a small city, I guess is a better way of saying it. The buildings are well constructed. It looks like, if you could picture just a medieval village, folks, in your mind's eye, what you would imagine a little medieval fantasy village looking like.
Is
That's
it
what
to
this
scale
precisely.
for animals or people?
It is very there's like differing scales. Some houses are very small, as if they would fit like mice or such. Some houses are very much larger.
Oh.
But notably, the ones around the exterior, like the perimeter of the city, seem to be ruined and ashy, as if they were burnt down. And it just seems to be a very desolate picture on the outside of the city. But as you approach the city center, you see that like the houses are getting nicer. People, like other animals, are out and about and bustling around doing certain things. As they see the four of you walking behind this frog, a lot of them will like stop in their tracks and just kind of like stare at all of you walking, and will slowly, as you walk through the small town, a procession forms behind you of other animals looking at you all in awe of, or just wonder. You hear whispers of the prophecy and are they going to save us? And stuff like that. Upon a large hill in front of you, you see some stairs climbing it, and then a small manor that looks to be quite formal, or official, I should say, like as if someone who is in charge would sit there, like a duke or something. And so the frog will stop in the city, in the town square, to catch their breath. This crowd forms a small, like they form around you, making like pretty much a small, like you're in the center of this square, like this town square. People have kind of like, everything has stopped and people are just standing around and watching you, and it's quite a odd circumstance. Like I think it's very, very easily said that this is something that's never happened before.
I don't know about all you, but I quite enjoyed this attention.
It's certainly strange, but
Virgil's like hunkering
not
down to the
unwelcome.
ground. He doesn't like this.
Yes.
While Ida is chasing her tails.
Trying not to look interested, but still kind of being like, ooh, attention.
This frog will clear their voice and go, me. A great crowd of Ailton, please gather round. I present to thee the four great prophesized champion heroes, those who will overthrow this great cruel beast and return our land to that of a prosperous nation. Everyone, please, a round of applause for them. And there's a gentle clapping that comes from the crowd.
That's indeed us. Yep. Keep on
Ooh,
clapping.
I would like to bow down.
Okay.
You
may
bow to
absolutely
no
bow.
one.
People People clap, people cheer, pets clap, or animals clap, animals cheer.
I love this attention. I want to savor it.
And the frog will then say, "But first, great people of Ailton, I must take them to be blessed by the Grand Duke themselves. So if you will excuse us all, we must make the climb and see the Grand Duke. Farewell." And they will bow deeply, cheers and uproarious happiness from the crowd, and this frog will escort you up the stairs to the manor itself, guarded by two large... Do I have a thing?
Do you have a thing?
Do you?
No, just it's guarded by two guards. One, let's say one's like a mountain lion, and the other one a goat.
Cool.
Right? And they're just standing bipedal at the doors, and will allow you entrance. Inside, it's a very extravagant manor. All the proper fittings of what a rich person would have, or what you would assume a rich person to have. This frog leads you through doorway after doorway until eventually you arrive in a large, long hall, somewhere that you would be like, somewhere where you would throw a large feast for people. And you see sitting in a chair at the very end of this hall. And when I say a large hall, I don't just mean like, oh, it's pretty big. Like, this is like an immense building, much larger than any one person or any one animal would probably need. And so sitting in a large, extravagant chair at the far end of this hall, raised up on a small platform so that they might look over the hall and everyone in it while everyone eats. There doesn't seem to be anyone in here eating right now, but there is food like on the table. But regardless, sitting in the chair appears to be a very lavishly dressed, large, scaled animal. They have great leathery wings and large horns coming out of their head. And to all of you, you might be able to identify this as what appears to be a red dragon.
Cool.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding?
Who will speak and say, "Welcome to my great town of Ailton. I am the Grand Duke Krazax. Please, great heroes, sit. You must be weary from your travels. Ribbiton, fetch the water for them." And the frog will bow deeply and run off to another room, only to come back with large pitchers of water. You may all sit and feast upon what you wish.
Well, a cat like me could get used to this.
My goodness, this all appears delectable.
Does
there
Kurogami
bugs?
eat?
Kurogami has eaten like little paper stars before, which
Okay.
I don't want to think about, I guess, the weirdness of a thing made of paper eating paper. But I mean, humans are made of meat, and we eat other meat, so Kurogami eating other paper is probably chill. I think he's probably kind of trying out different things, like pecking lightly at different...
Eat the napkins.
He's never had other kinds of food before.
There
Oh
is
my
a
gosh.
there is multiple large serving plates filled with paper, very fine, very wonderful looking paper that's been crafted into little dishes of whatever to your choosing. There's an entire bowl
Perfect.
of paper, like birdseed, etc.
Ooh. I think the best dessert would be crepe paper.
A crepe paper. Oh yes, there is crepe paper. Yes.
Crepe paper.
There's like bugs. There's little mushrooms and everything for Virgil to get down on. There is whatever. There's just innumerable things for Ida to chew on and spit out because she can't actually eat. But they're all there, all the most wonderfully textured items that she could ever want for. And what does Wiggles eat?
Give me the highest quality turkey. Like
There's
just
turkey
the
and-
whole turkey.
There's a whole turkey there, yes. And so you can all chow down for a little bit. It seems that this large there's large red dragon, the Grand Duke Krazax, is also picking at. This is that's kind of messed up that Wiggles is eating a turkey when this is a land that is inhabited by animate or like sentient animals.
It's probably like Animal Crossing where there's sentient animals and then there's animals and they're different.
Yes. But so the Grand Duke appears to be eating a lovely roast goat, like on a skewer, as if someone would eat a drumstick, but they're just a whole goat. And the entire time, this frog, this nobly dressed frog, Ribbiton, is running around, just attending to your every need, and you can all eat as much as your heart's desire. And when that's all done, when all 17 courses of the meal are finished,
Oh.
the Grand Duke Krazax places their hand on their large tummy and will say, "Now, grand heroes, please come before me so that I might ask you a great favor."
Give me a second. I'm a little, might need a little bit.
Oh, very well, very well. But what is the nature of this prophecy of which you speak?
I think in a film at this point the camera would very quickly pan
Close
very
up.
quickly up to the ceiling, and Krazax will direct your eyes up with their hand and say, "The prophecy," and you all see there's just this mural painted on mural. There's this painting on the ceiling of what appears to be a amethyst hedgehog, a purple and gray cat, a paper bird, and a nine-tailed blue squirrel with button eyes. The button eyes are very evident in the painting. And you know, like the Egyptian hieroglyphs where everyone is like standing and you can see them in perfect portrait. It's like that almost, of like all of you standing on your hind legs, perfectly portrait, except Kurogami, of course, it's kind of, and then it's raining in this painting, and then there's this large like metal beast looking thing, and it's like a cross between, I would say it probably has like the face of a pig and the like arms like a monkey, and these dark black wings on its back, and like this long scorpion's tail, and like these just very vicious goat legs with like claws on the end. And that one is like made with like this golden foil all over it, so it has like this metallic sheen to it. And it's very obvious in the painting, I think, that it appears that all of you are striking this thing down. And the camera pans back down. Krazax will say, "The prophecy long foretold that a great metal beast will return to these lands and destroy our society. But at the last moments, the 4 great heroes will be found somewhere out in the world, and will come here to fend off the evil and return to us a joyous and prosperous time. And Ribbiton assures me, in the moments that we've spoken, that you are those 4. I sent him away many, many eons ago to find you 4, and he has returned. So I ask you, will you do what has been prophesied by fate and strike down this great evil which plagues our lands?"
But by striking down this creature, is this how we return to our own world?
And the Duke kind of looks over at Ribbiton, and you can see Ribbiton like shrug really big, and the Duke will turn back to you and say, "The matter of your return to your own world, I will personally ensure that it happens."
In the meantime, do you think you could fix that painting up a bit? I don't think that's my good side.
If you agree to deal with this great menace, then yes, we can make as many paintings of you, oh great hero, as you wish.
Wow. This hero business isn't sounding so bad after all.
The art industry is booming.
So is that an agreement that we've reached?
I guess so. Yes?
Wonderful! And they will clap their hands loudly. It almost sounds like a thunderclap from ahead or from above. And they will and the Grand Duke will put a hand to their long mouth and say, "Haley, please enter the long hall." And this small mouse wearing these long robes which drag on the ground walks in. Under their arm is a very small, it almost looks to be the size of like a post-it note, I think, like at this small scroll underneath their arm, and they take like 6 minutes to walk the entire length of the long hall before kneeling down and presenting to you a small map, which is labeled Ailton Valley, which I will now share with all of you. And I'm very ashamed of this map because it is not very pretty.
Excuse me? Is this a contract? My mommy said that I need to sign a contract.
There's no contract, but I'm sure Haley can whip one up. And the Grand Duke points a large clawed finger at this small mouse, who immediately looks very worried and goes, yes, I can make a contract very easily. And they pull out a small piece of parchment and begin to scrawl words in languages you don't really, or probably in languages most of you don't understand, and will present it to you.
It says I understand all the languages.
It says you understand all languages. Yes, it does.
Wow.
Virgil literally looks at it, stares at it, and looks up and goes, I can't read.
Now, do you think we could negotiate some other rewards as well as being returned home for this hero business? I don't.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't
What
expect
did
to be
you
doing
have
this
in
for free,
mind?
you know.
Of course. Well, not for free, for exposure.
Paid in exposure.
Well, of course, a great hero who would go down in history of the great realm of Ailton. The great heroes who vanquished the threat which offered to destroy all of society as it is known. What else? What other greater reward would you want than that? Gold? We have plenty
I don't know,
of gold.
maybe some like material wealth.
I will land, gold. Name your price.
A nice house and a luxurious place to sleep.
It will be done. Haley, add it to the contract.
Excuse me?
Scrawls it on the contract.
Excuse me, Duke?
Yes.
Not to offend
Yes.
you or anything, but I've never heard of an Ailton Valley.
Well, Riverton. Why have they never heard of Ailton Valley? And Ribbleton go, well, my Grand Duke, it is because they're from a different plane, you see? And then the Grand Duke will turn back to you and say, well, this is because you are from a different plane, you see, great heroes. This is the realm of pets and animals.
Oh my God.
Ailton Valley, the home of all of animal society, the peak of culture.
My goodness. Knowing very little about the nature of this plane, what know you of this beast that we must defeat?
Yeah. Riverton, did you not instruct them? And Riverton will go, no, I did not instruct them. And the Grand Duke will glare at him. And then Riverton will go, the grand beast, the cruel beast, which you must... They seem to be very nervous here in the present. They were once pompous and now seem very nervous. They seem very small, standing next to this large dragon, like it's a full-sized red dragon, right? And Riverton will say, the cruel beast arrived many moons past. The scholars have been calling it the prickled pest who pursues. It's burnt down our farms, it ruins the mines, it has polluted the waters to the west. A great pest, if you ask me. Attacks travelers on the road. It's just a blight upon society.
My goodness.
It's got quite the agenda.
Seems very dangerous.
Very.
Has anyone tried to defeat it?
Many of my knights have been sent out to try to eliminate the threat. However, none have returned. At least none have returned alive.
Well, that's promising.
Oh.
My goodness.
Which is why we turn to the prophecy. And the camera pans very quickly up to the painting on the ceiling and then pans very quickly back down. The prophecy and the four of you to solve these problems for us.
And are you aware of any weaknesses that this beast may possess?
None. It is completely impervious to all attacks we've thrown at it.
And
Well,
what
that's
attacks have
also
you thrown at
reassuring.
it?
We've thrown knights, siege weaponry, my own fiery breath, all of
Have you
it.
tried throwing friendship at it?
Never. It's killed me. It's killed my people, destroyed my grains. It's a menace to society. I would never think to befriend the thing. it has acted against animal society from the very first breath it took.
But love is the answer to everything, right?
We're gonna have to have a conversation of that on our way there. Good
If
friend.
you, oh great heroes, believe that love will conquer this great beast, I implore you, do all that you can to save animal society. Please. Any means, any methods which will result in peace for our people at the end of this, I approve you to use.
I'm gonna make it my best friend.
Oh boy.
I'll just nod very fast.
Okay. The small mouse, Haley, and also presenting you with a map, then presents you with this small contract which they've written up, which you have to put very close to your face. I think only probably you, Kurogami, really understand what it's saying, and it's promising you lands and riches beyond your wildest dreams, and a eternal spot as advisors to the Grand Duke, your own entourage of noble animals for which that will accompany you anywhere you wish to go, and place in high society, and of course the ability to go home should you choose to.
Okay, I'm gonna look at my friends and I'm gonna say, the contract is reputable. And then how
All
do we
right,
sign it?
I can deal with that.
What do we, do we just do a little paw print or claw print, or how do we?
I don't think our prints will fit, will it?
The small mouse, Haley, will say, I have a pen, you can just use the pen. And we'll hold up a quill for you.
How strange! What on earth is this? And I'm gonna. I've never seen a feather quill. Like, what in the fuck is that?
What an insult.
Honestly, rude. I'm gonna take
Something
it in my
that
mouth
I can never have?
and
How dare
just
you?
make a little scribble with my mouth because I don't really have opposable thumbs.
Okay. And I presume the rest of you do this as well.
Yep. Scribble, scribble, scribble.
I'll put
I
a
just
check
make
mark.
a line because I don't know how to spell my
A
name.
line.
Aw.
I'm a baby, okay?
Baby.
And then Ida signs it as well. Ida signs it as well. Does Ida sign it?
Oh, yes.
She's back.
I literally said I put a check mark.
Oh, okay. So after the four of you finish signing it, Haley, the mouse, will roll this little tiny piece of parchment up very quickly and stow it in their robes and bow very quickly and run out of the room. It takes them probably 3 minutes to reach the doors.
Jesus.
And so the Grand Duke will clap their hands once more and say, please let me know if there is anything I might do to assist you in your attempts to vanquish this foe. I wish you good fortunes in your attempts to, not attempts, in your victory. I wish you great victory in the coming moments, coming hours, coming days, however long it might take you to vanquish it. Thank you. And they will bow their heads slightly.
Yes. Good day.
Where do you all wish to begin, or do you wish to ask further questions?
We should probably figure out where it's where it is.
I feel like we should go back to the forest because that's where I will mention this because I did hear the crunching of metal as it was chasing us out of the woods. So
Mhm.
I will
So
make
I've sent
the
you- Yes.
assumption that its last sighting was in the woods.
Okay. So I've sent you a small map if y'all want to look at that.
Looking at that.
I'll walk you through some stuff. The city proper is the city Ailton, where you are currently. There is the forest to the south with a small river.
Yep.
There's a road going south, east, west, and north. There's a lake to the west. There's a passage into a cave in the mountains to the north. There's all the farms, which have been burnt apparently to the east. And beyond that, a little building called the Deep Mines. There's a big waterfall and a river flowing through cutting it in half almost. And then to the south, there is a road into the mountains that is called the Road Which Ends. And then a little house on the cliffs that's just labeled the Sage. There's also some ruins and the lumber yard, which is noted on this. So
I advocate for the forest. That might be a good place to check out first.
Yeah, I heard that metal rustling back there too.
That doesn't feel promising.
It's like scritch, scritch, scritch.
Please don't. Please don't try
goodness.
to imitate the sounds.
I'm sorry, Winsler. What?
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 I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Wiggles.
That was a really
It's
good
fine. Just
impression.
please don't do that again.
Okay. You all make your way out of this wonderful city. People seem to be, your adoring fans line the streets once more to watch you depart, hopeful of your victory and triumph over this great threat to their city and society. You take the road south and enter into the forest. You are just north of, per the map, you're just north of the Long Green River, and you are in the northern part of the Forest of Whims.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you want to start looking around?
Just use our senses, kind of listen. Do we
Sniff,
hear,
schnoff.
you know?
Excellent.
And I
Give
can
me
fly up kind of high and
invest-
see if I can see anything.
Ooh, you can fly up. Give me everyone investigation checks.
That's just
Kurogami.
int.
That's just int. Yep. Kurogami get advantage because you fly up high.
11 plus 4 and 18 plus 4. 22. Imagine having a +2 intelligence, guys. This is wild. I've never experienced this before.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Doesn't matter much then anyways, because even with a +4, I got a 12.
Why am I rolling
got-
so well?
I ask myself that every time we record.
I got a 9, and my intelligence is -3. So
Nice.
I got a 6.
Ouch.
Nice.
I got Wait, what are we doing?
Investigation. So that's
So
just plus your
intelligence.
Yep.
Intelligence. 16 plus. Oh wait, never mind. 16 minus 3 because you said that my intelligence is -3.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gotta keep it balanced. We
13.
got two smarties and two not so smarties.
Well, even being smart, I still slacked off.
Okay.
I'm just not
Okay.
putting in the effort.
Cat like. So you all enter into this forest. It's the sun has all but gone down at this point. Kurogami flies up to look over all the forest. The rest of you, the darkness kind of sets in, and you all can't really see very well. It seems to be the four of you or the three of you on the ground locate the tracks that you all were or that you all left in running to the city when you initially arrived. Meanwhile, Kurogami flying up and away, you can see that some of the trees were like broken, like the entire like full-grown trees broken completely or ripped out of the ground. There's like this large path as if something was like breaking through trees trying to get to the town, and it seems to lead, from your best estimations, towards the river, and you can see it continue across the river and towards a large clearing near the far cliffs, which in looking at the map, it would seem to correspond with the lumber yard.
Mm-hmm.
There, a trail to the lumber. I must recommend we follow it. Let me fly down. I understand. I'm probably not particularly audible from here. I'm gonna flap back down to my friends, and I'm gonna say,
Okay.
I witnessed a trail of destruction, absolute chaos, leading towards the lumberyard.
All right, so we'll go that way.
Most certainly.
So, I have an important question.
Uh-oh.
Are you just going to go, again, consulting the map? So, for those of you listening at home, this map will be available on our Instagram at Trials and Trebs for you to follow along in case you get confused with geography. So, if you can either go straight south, and in that case, you'd have to somehow make your way across the river, or you could go over to the east, cross the bridge, and then come back west.
Well, I can
And
fly
save some
over, but I
time.
don't know about these guguys, and cats are probably not great with water, so probably the bridge would be the wisest.
I also don't want to go through the effort of casting a spell, so I'm gonna go for the bridge.
Dang, that's all. What great role playing, Ben.
That's cat. That's cat.
That's Wiggles, you know.
I think hedgehogs can swim, but I think Crystal would make it too heavy.
I think you would sink like a
Sink.
rock. Yes.
Yeah, like I'm a
Secret hedgehogs
stuffed
can live
animal.
underwater.
I'm a stuffed animal, and I bet I will get very heavy in the
Water is literally bad for all of us.
Yes,
Okay.
that's her
Um,
weakness.
And so you all take the road, presumably, because it's a lot faster than walking in the woods.
Yeah.
And probably safer. And come across this large bridge The river's probably 50 feet across. It isn't the fastest moving river in the world, but it still seems to be moving with a little bit of speed. Like if you got in it and lost track of where you were, if that makes sense, you'd probably get swept away with a relative speed, right? Oh, also, it's like this nice emerald greenish color, right?
Ooh.
Like it's a very nice green river.
That's why it's
probably
called the
the
Green
Long
River.
That's why it's called the Green River.
That makes sense. I just thought it was named after like Steve Green or something.
Wow.
So, you see this stone arched bridge that crosses the entirety of the river. There's a single support beam in like the middle underneath, and it seems to have like these very ornate railings on it. That just seem to be like carved, like horses jumping over things, right? And you all can begin to walk across it if you wish.
I'm gonna fly across it.
You're gonna fly across it, Kurogami.
Cat strut.
I need you all to give me perception check.
Uh-oh.
Wisdom.
Oh no.
Wisdom.
My bird is so smart, you guys. That's a 19.
5.
Nice.
Still putting in absolutely no effort, so that's 7.
I got a 14.
Okay. So this time, Kurogami and Virgil, you hear like this slight shake of the ground, and you hear from the other side of the bridge snapping of trees.
Oh.
And then all of you in this, it's probably night at this time. Like the sun has gone down and the moon is starting to come up. All of you in the moonlight crossing the bridge can see walking out of the woods from the other side of the bridge and up onto the bridge itself. You all are the pets of students at a magical school. I think that the word construct would be quite familiar to all of you.
Yes.
Yep.
So out
yay.
from the woods, you see probably like a 12-foot tall, very bulky metal construct walk onto the bridge. It seems to be not at all what the picture in that prophetic painting on the ceiling back in the Duke's mansion looked like. It seems to just be a somewhat rusty metal construct. It has large steel arms and some very hefty legs, and it looks to be quite heavy. On its back, there are many spikes, and it's kind of humanoid, except imagine it has this large beetle-like back, right? Like just a very tall, or not tall, but a big platform maybe on its back. And on this platform, there are many spikes. And on these spikes look to be the bodies of other animals.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
And it has these two glowing red eyes on the very front of its face, and it will say as it stands on the bridge opposite you, "So you are the heroes prophesied to destroy me."
Does everybody know about this damn prophecy around here?
Well,
I suggested friendship.
well, are you the creature in the tapestry? You appear rather different.
You're a
You know
bad
artists.
guy.
Yeah, you look like you've fallen down on some hard times.
Wait, were you just hanging out in the forest waiting for us to appear prophecidally and then like fight you?
Of course.
Are you okay?
Are you?
You
Wanna
are
hug?
you are my foes, as dictated by the prophecy. Therefore, I
asked if
must
you wanted
destroy
to
you.
hug.
I do not wish to hug you. I wish to kill you.
But why?
Why?
Why the devil would you want to do that?
What did I do?
Foe.
Well, I can admire this guy. He's got straight to the point goals.
Huh.
I
You
need
are
y'all
my
In fact,
foe.
many
initiative.
points.
Many
I need y'all
points.
to roll initiative.
Heck yeah, boy.
For the uninitiated,
no,
initiative is
boy.
rolled with a plus to like your dexterity bonus.
Plus dexterity.
10.
19. The
8.
21.
I almost wrote Winsler. That's not right.
Oh my lord.
Get our
Uh,
names right.
Gosh.
Names are hard, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Wiggles, You are the first to act here.
I am the first
What
to
would
act.
you like to do?
How far away is Mr. Gato Roboto?
The river itself is probably 50 feet wide, so this thing is probably 40 feet across on the very opposite. Imagine like the most dramatic like bridge standoff, like on opposite sides of the bridge, just standing looking at each other. That's what this scene is, and they are standing probably 40 feet across on the other side of the bridge, just in the dead center.
Okay. I am going to cast a blur.
Ooh.
Ooh, what does blur do?
Your body becomes blurred, shifting and wavering to all who see you. For the
What
duration,
does that do?
For the duration, any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Okay.
An attacker is immune to this effect if it doesn't rely on sight, as with blind sight, or can see through illusions, as with true sight. True sight.
Okay.
So I am going to cast that first,
Wonderful.
and then I'm going to move up 20 feet.
Okay, you're now in the middle of the bridge.
Am I
The
there,
apex
or
of
am I
the
not?
bridge.
We'll never know.
Up next will be this enemy, the prickled pest who pursues,
So
as they
rude.
called it, and it will, it will pull one of the bodies on its back off of the spikes
Oh my gosh.
and throw it on the ground towards you, Wiggles.
Uh-oh.
And it appears to
Disadvantage.
It appears to be this the armored body of what's a cool animal that someone would have as a pet?
So as a pet.
Armadillo.
It's the armored body is of an
Oh my
armor.
gosh,
it's an
Sam.
armadillo.
Ew. Yuck.
Sam, same brain.
I swear we're actually related in real life. This is great.
And this armadillo's body just lies there limply and dead, and from it emerges a purple spirit,
Uh-oh.
the spirit of the armadillo, holding a large halberd in its armadillo spirit hands.
I didn't sign up for
Um,
no ghosts.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't sign up for this at all. I just kind of got here.
But the prophecy.
Prophecy.
The prophecy.
I prophesized taking a nap 15 minutes ago and it hasn't happened.
Okay. And then this thing, this armadillo spirit then, or what? Armadillo spirit Wiggles will try to slash at you with its large halberd.
It can
And they
try.
have disadvantage. Dang it. One of those was a 20 and the other one is a 2.
Thank
So-
God.
Does a 6 hit you?
A 6? No.
Yes. Okay. So this armadillo spirit swings its spectral halberd at the blurry outline of Mr. Wiggles and misses vividly.
Well, looks like you missed.
Okay. Up next is Ida.
Yeah. My move. Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just said Ida, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm assuming that there are trees around us, right?
There are on like the banks of the river, but not on the bridge itself. No.
Yes, but how far? Like, so he's just planning to fight us in the bridge, or are there trees close to him?
There are trees close to them. Yes.
Because I'm assuming that he's tall.
Yeah.
Well,
10
he
feet.
is tall.
Or 12
So-
feet. 10 feet. 12 feet.
So,
11
like,
feet.
Me attacking him from under won't be like that great. So I want to attack high. So I want to
Okay.
run and climb up a tree, like a tree that is, I know I'll be able to jump onto him is what I want to do.
You would probably have to run by this foe and jump onto one of the trees on the other side of the river.
Okay, there isn't one on on the initial side.
I mean, there is some on your side, but I just don't know if you'd be able to leap from that tree all the way across the river onto this enemy.
Okay, so just like a good place where I can jump onto him eventually.
Okay. You can probably climb up onto the railing and like manage to jump onto its like arm.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll
Does
do
that
that
work?
then. Yes.
Okay. So Ida jumps on to this railing and runs across the bridge like a cool squirrel would do
Amazing.
on a fence. And is that...
And since I'm already on him, I would like to.
Oh, and then you leap into the air onto him. Make an athletics check, please.
Uh-oh.
Go Ida. Go Ida. Go.
What do I add to an athletics?
Strength.
Perfecto. I got a 15.
Okay. You land on this metal construct's arm. It kind of shakes slightly, but you manage to stay put and are clinging like a squirrel for dear life onto the metal. What do you do now?
I would like to snap its finger
Oh,
using my
Jesus.
vital strike. Like
what's the actual name of your move? Please, please, please.
a vital squirrel strike, second form.
Okay.
Don't sound so
Absolutely.
excited.
Yeah, make your attack then, Ida Idleberry, with your vital squirrel strike, second form, as you try to like over your shoulder, like Steven Seagal, break its finger.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit. No.
Oof.
So you
Wow.
grab its finger and it kind of like, let's say it like retracts its finger inside its arm
Oh
when
my
you go to grab
gosh.
it. So now you're just clung onto its forearm. Up next is Virgil. How is it going, the little hedgehog boy?
I am
Mm-hmm.
going to.
Yes.
So okay, I'm reading over some of the different attacks I can do.
Uh-huh.
The quill commotion ability
Yes.
that I have here.
That
Is that
yes.
a range? It's a 5-foot range. Is that correct?
you would have to be like right next to them to do that. Yes.
I don't want to get close to him though.
That's like imagine like something with quills shaking and it being like impaled into the enemy. Yes.
Oh my! Wait, does that mean
So.
if I run at him, and then jump and then do this?
Yeah. You'd be like stuck into him.
Ooh, that's tempting. How far away is he from me?
They are 40 feet.
Oh, I'm.
But
Oh,
I'm gonna amend your speed because I've just realized everyone else has 40 feet of speed. And I will give you 40 feet of speed. I apologize for this
Okay.
balance error.
I figured like because like hedgehogs have like very very like tiny legs. You know what I mean?
I also figured Virgil's a dense little hedgehog. I don't imagine like hedgehogs have this connotation of speed due to certain popular hedgehogs. However, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to get. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like just charge at him and then jump. I think I'm
Okay.
gonna go for their leg.
Okay. Make the attack.
Okay.
Spin dash.
Spin dash.
Oh, that's my first good roll. Oh my god. I got a 25.
That
Damn.
super hits.
Oh hell yeah. So yeah, basically I run at him and because it's either gonna be I hit him or he's gonna retract his leg. Either way, I'm gonna jump at his leg and I'm gonna make my quills come out and I'm gonna stab him.
Absolutely. Do your damage. 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage as your purple crystalline quills puncture the metal exterior of this construct.
That's 10.
Okie dokie. It seems to have taken some damage. Yes. Excellent. And you are Virgil now with your back stuck into the actual leg of this thing, like one of those little brambles that sticks to your pants while hiking.
Oh,
Exactly.
burrs. I hate those.
But
And
the
so
fun
finally,
but the fun part is
yes.
if he pulls me out and everything and like or when I get out of there and head back over to a safer
Mhm.
distance, I'm guessing one of my quills will stick in because that's one of the other
Yes.
parts of the thing as
It
well.
does. Yes, this does damage as long as the quill is stuck in the enemy.
I will literally just break
Ouchie,
off one of my
wow.
quills and just stab him in the leg and then run away.
Beautiful.
Kurogami, it's you finally. You're like a
Yes.
newscopter from above.
Yeah, I am. So yeah, I've been flapping my wings, so I'm hovering midair, still a safe distance from the prickled pest who pursues. And I'm going to open my beak and let out a war caw. And as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex on this critter. So I have cursed
Hex.
it. So that
Okay.
means I'm going to deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to it when I hit it. And I'm also going to give it disadvantage on dexterity because I can also do that with Hex.
Okay.
And then for the remainder of my turn, I am then going to use my ability entitled One Flew Over to dive bomb it and
Okay.
use my sharp broad edge to slice into it. So
Okay.
that's +5 to hit. Flick close to a creature. Okay. 13 plus 5. Okay, 18.
18 does hit.
Yay! Okay, this is 1d8 and minus 1 slashing?
It should be 1d8 plus 2 because we're
Oh.
using dexterity. Sorry. Again,
okay.
beta version. Sorry. Apologize.
Totally chill. 1d8 plus 2 slashing, and then I'm also going to do that 1d6 necrotic. Okay.
Okay.
1d8, where are my d8s? Where are they? There they are. Oh, that was an 8 plus 2
Ooh.
slashing. That's 10 plus 2. So that is 12 damage to the creature.
Dang.
And I believe that has a 20-foot range, so I'm now, I've kind of just shooped right in, and now I'm going to be 20 feet away from it.
Okay.
Just a very quick little dive bombing on the part of this bird.
Okay. It seems that you feel your wing partially crumple as you come into contact with the metal exterior, but you feel it slightly cut through due to the hex that you placed upon this.
Who would win? A
enemy.
giant metal beast or a paper cut?
Yes.
And so like a small cut in its armor, it's not armor, but in its actual body metal appears on its. Where were you attacking specifically?
Its arm.
Okay, on its arm. Absolutely. Okay. That all happens. Yes. Wiggles, you are
Yes.
standing in front of a bipedal spectral armadillo holding a large halberd.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I am going to ignore them.
Okay.
So they're like right in front of me, are they?
Correct.
And I'm about 20
you-
feet from Mr.
Uh-huh.
Spiky Boy.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action, and I'm going to cast a Misty Step.
Ooh.
So I move exactly enough to the right.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move forward 5 feet
Okay.
and use my special ability, Blink and You'll Miss It, to teleport
Okay.
next to the pincushion.
Okay.
And he needs to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save.
Nothing personal, kid.
Nothing first.
Literally just darting all over the place.
That is a 10.
He fails, so now he is prone because he's
Okay.
shocked that I have suddenly appeared before him.
Okay. So Wiggles, you teleport quickly to the right, and then teleport very quickly again forwards, standing next to the prickled pest who pursues. They look down in shock and go, "What?" And then will fall over on their side where Virgil had stabbed in their weak leg. Virgil, they don't fall on you, but they fall towards that side and are now prone. Excellent work, everybody. You feel the entire bridge shake when they fall, as a
Uh-oh.
side note.
Whoa.
And it's their turn next. So,
Man, standing would be nice right now.
it will, the pursuer will try to remove the squirrel and hedgehog, which are bothering it currently, despite being knocked over. So, does oh, that won't fucking hit. A 12 does not hit you, Virgil. Or does a 12 hit?
No.
Yeah.
Virgil's
Does
too
a
strong.
27 hit?
Oh my lord.
What?
No.
I
The
don't think that's
duality
true.
of monster fights.
Yes, it does.
So Ida, you're trying to like grab its finger, like clawing at where its finger was, where it like finger retracted into the arm, and all of a sudden, as you're like clawing at the little sealed plate, the finger will pop out with great force and like throw you back across the bridge, and you'll land hard on the stone bridge, taking.
Hi. Wait. Would I be able to do my reaction or not until my turn?
You can you can only use reactions when it's not your turn.
Oh, I would like to. So while this is happening, I would like to do my whirling tail twist third form. Whoa!
Okay, so what does that do?
it obfuscate my movements allowing me to dodge the attack to decrease my damage by 1d6 plus 4,
All right.
which I will
So
be
you
doing
can do
right
that.
now.
Your tails twirl as the finger pops out, kind of minimizing some of the damage, but you do still get sent flying backwards.
Yes, but
How much damage?
I didn't. 5 plus 4, 9.
9. So you only take 11 bludgeoning damage as you get
Oh
flown
my
back.
gosh, what would
still
have
a lot of
happened with me
damage.
without this?
Yikes.
This thing is powerful.
Yes. It will then speak aloud and say, I assumed that my prophetic rivals would be able to do better than this.
Says the guy who's like on the ground.
As he's
Big
lying on the
shot.
ground
We only
with like a
just learned
hedgehog
about
in his
this
leg.
today, man. Like, seriously.
It's all particularly new to us.
I have been waiting my entire life to vanquish you.
That's a really sad
Um,
life.
I think you need a hobby.
Group hug.
Mother is a musician. Perhaps you should take up some sort of creative pursuit.
The armadillo spirit
They're paying for
vanishes.
a lot of painters right now in this town.
Yeah, I'm
The
just.
armadillo spirit vanishes completely as you all quip at him
So you.
or quip at this.
So you say.
We
So you.
clipped him to death. Good job, guys.
So you say that you've been waiting all your life for us. Why are you doing what you're doing? What benefit is it to you?
Its face turns to look at you, Ida, and it will say, It is my fate to destroy society. Which is the edgiest thing I've ever
That
said
is
as a
so
DM.
fucking edgy.
Who told you it was your fate to destroy society? Did you ever
And
try
it
and
will-
not follow that?
And it will bring its large arm down on the bridge itself and try to, which is my emergency playbook item for every single enemy you guys fight. We'll try to
Just
break
destroy the
bridge.
ground.
Just destroy
Once
it.
they start trying to talk some sense into the bad guy, we gotta destroy something, please.
So it brings its large metal fist down and smashes it on the bridge. You again feel this entire bridge shake, and it seems that some of the less good start parts of the bridge are the stones seem to collapse out of the bridge. This includes a small area right next to this large metallic construct, the prickled pest who pursues, and it will begin to try to crawl over there and escape by jumping into the river. Which it
Jesus.
will I guess it'll complete that on its next turn, though. In the meantime, Ida, it is now your turn again. You were just thrown away by a single finger. What do you want to do?
Ha.
So how far am I again this time around?
Like 10 feet.
Oh.
But there's a large hole. There's a large hole that falls into the river right in front of you.
There's a large hole in the river. Wouldn't
Like
it
a
just
piece
be
of the bridge, just fell out into the river. So now there's a hole because y'all are on a bridge, you know?
Okay, but is it possible for me to hop onto the construct once again?
I mean, you'd have to run around the hole, yeah.
Okay. I would like to run over the hole and get back onto the construct, please.
Sure, you could just, it's prone. You just climb right on it. Yeah.
And so he's in water, right? Or they're in water?
No, they're about to drop down through this hole in the ground.
Okay.
Or at the hole in the bridge into the river.
Can I find a weak spot in its body? Like maybe like everything is metal?
Give me an insight check.
17.
17. You feel, upon quit, as you're running, you kind of like are examining this creature as you're running around the hole, deciding where best to focus your efforts to do the most damage. And you look and see its like eyes, and the eyes seem to be soft and squishy, unlike the rest of the metallic frame.
So I can climb up to 20 feet. So can I run up to his eyes?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's crawling along the ground, so you could run on its arm and then crawl along its back
Okay.
up to its face.
I want to grab its eye.
Like, okay.
Yikes.
What's your plan here?
I don't know. Cause like metal wouldn't really help that much, or like me hitting metal. I'm just a plushie. It wouldn't really work so well. So how else can I attack this thing? by
Okay,
the softest
that's valid.
spot.
Okay. So are you gonna use one of your attacks, or are you just gonna grab it?
I'm going to do a vital scroll strike where I'm gonna be like,
Okay,
hiya, pew.
Just punch it really hard in the eye.
Yes.
Okay, make your attack, please. Did you just kiss your dice?
18.
18. An 18
Hits?
does in fact hit.
It
Please roll your
does.
freaking ton of damage.
D8 and D12.
Ida's been practicing karate in her off time.
To show you the power of flex tape, I sawed this construct in half.
No. Oh god.
Okay. So 5 plus 4, 9 for bludgeoning damage. And then for force damage, I got a 9.
Okay, so 18 damage total.
Yes.
That's a lot
Powerful.
of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. It blinks its eye, and you see like tears come out, Ida, and it like recoils in pain, and it'll be like, "Ah!" And it's just like this great noise which echoes through the entire valley. Pretty much, you hear like a TV show. We'd cut to back in the city of Ailton, and we would see people cowering in fear in their houses.
That sounds like
that's just-
fate screaming.
It's yeah, you punched this fool real hard in the eye, and they are like tearing up now. Okay, next, Virgil, you're stuck in this lag. It is dragging you towards the river. Would you like to remove yourself from the lag, or would you like to join it in its watery swim?
Let me think. I'm gonna deconnect myself and and move away.
Okay.
And as I do so,
Okay.
I'm going to turn to him and say, I don't believe you're the villain. I think the villain is societal expectations of us to fulfill these strange roles.
Jesus.
I love Virgil.
My mom read a book to me once and said that.
Aww.
That does sound like something Seraph would say.
Yep.
Maybe the real villain is society.
Society.
So is that Virgil's turn?
Yes.
Okay. Kurigami, what would you like to do?
So this construct is heading towards the water. Is that my understanding?
Correct?
Very slowly, probably.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He's still prone.
Yes, it is.
Still prone, just crawling.
I guess I'm just gonna swoop down and attack it again.
Okay.
It's a very low risk to me because I can just in and out. I've already
Yep.
hexed it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this thing's gonna keep attacking me, I'm gonna keep attacking it. You know?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's not gonna do it because I rolled a 7.
Okay.
So I guess I just kind of like dive towards it and then like just very awkwardly miss.
Yes,
just-
you swoop down as Virgil detaches and says this great thing about societal expectations. You swoop down and like have like a near miss of like where the thing is like. It's like trying to move still, so like you very much come close, and you're like, "Oh, that was a great dive bomb," and then you realize that you didn't feel any of your paper crumple. You did not feel anything, and you're like, "Oh shit, I missed."
I disappointedly hover high above the creature.
Okay, wonderful. And finally, Wiggles.
Oh
What
boy.
would you like to do? It seems
How
to
many
be
people
clawing
are with?
its way.
How many animals of us, or how many of us are within 5 feet of this construct?
Ida's on its like head.
Ooh.
Kill me.
That's
No.
oh.
I don't remember this the specific conditions of prone. Do they just like fail checks or?
That's a great question, Ben. A prone creature's only movement option is to crawl. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls, and an attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
So it literally
it.
says nothing about saving throws then.
Correct. It is not. The saving throws are not affected.
Oh, that's lame. Oh well. I feel like I still wanna do this.
What you gonna do?
I don't wanna. I really wanna cast Ice Knife, but I don't want Ida to get caught in the blast. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast Ice Knife
Okay.
at 3rd level,
Okay.
but I'm gonna aim it so that the initial knife itself does not hit, but hits in a space where the blast will not harm Ida.
So like maybe near its like leg or like its other
Yeah,
arm.
like
Okay.
its leg.
That's doable. Make your is it a saving throw?
Because the initial ice knife is missing, they just have to make a dex save.
Okay. How is it 12?
That's bad. So now it takes 46.
46 damage. That's so much.
I know. It would have been an extra 1d10.
What the heck?
Wow.
What does it look like when Mr. Wiggles casts this spell Ice Knife?
Well, the spell requires like a drop of water or a piece of ice. So I imagine he's just like channeling some drops of water that might have come onto the bridge from the river.
Okay.
It's not the greatest of damage though.
Oh.
It's really bad. It's like 8.
8? Oh no. Okay. So Wiggles is like standing there, like back hunched, hackles up, and these little droplets of water are like hovering in the air around him, little like some spray from the river below, and they congeal and crystallize into this small ice knife, which goes flying in the air towards the foot of this metal beast, and it shatters, releasing shards of ice everywhere. A couple of them land in the in the construct itself, but most of them just go flying off into the sky.
Whee!
Okay.
Poopy damage.
And with that, it will attempt to remove Ida from its face, first and foremost. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. You take
Uh-oh.
It's a lot of dice.
21 damage?
Jesus.
Are any of us healers?
No.
Some of you have
yes.
healing. Some of you have healing abilities. Yes.
Hey.
Okay. But you take. Is Ida?
She's faint. She's
unconscious.
No.
she's at
So
negative
Ida's unconscious. Negative what?
-2.
Okay.
Jesus.
Ida's unconscious stuffed animal body flings against the railing of this bridge as the construct says aloud, "We will meet again and I will defeat you in prophetic combat." And it drops into the water and makes a big plonk noise like a big rock. And then you see it float down the river very quickly.
I'm gonna run to the edge of the bridge and yell out, "You really need a hobby!"
And
Well,
we'll end this session or
certainly
this
didn't
episode there.
Heck.
With a minor victory over the
In
prophesized
what
foe.
way is that a victory?
It really wasn't a victory.
Well, you made it flee.
Literally, the
That's
next
not a
episode is
victory
gonna-
because it's still a problem. It's just delaying the inevitable.
Next episode's gonna start with like we get back to town, like, oh, but now this is happening, and we're gonna be like, can we just heal our friend first, please? Calm down.
So Carla, could you do the outro?
Sure. Even though I'm emotionally damaged from my beloved Ida Adelberry being probably faint close to death. Yeah.
I can save you. Don't worry.
Well. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Please leave a like or a rating comment on our iTunes. It really helps us out a lot because we want to know how you feel. This is a you and us relationship, you know? It's not just us, it's you too. Anyways, we also have an Instagram and Twitter at Trials and Trebs, wherein you can check it out and see pictures and teasers of stuff and all that shenanigans. All the shenanigans. We also have, what else do we have? We also have a Discord server where you can talk to us if you want to. It's a fun community. It's really nice. We watch movies, listen to the show all together with a bunch of friends and stuff like that. And last but not the least is that we have a Patreon. Patreon will help us build a strong podcast with good audio. With good audio, ready to support you So support us so we can support you.
Oh my god.
Thank you everyone for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. And I hope that you tune in next week to see what happens next for our 4 prophesized heroes of this realm, which is some fantasy ass shit.
That is some fantasy ass shit.
It is.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Remember, society's the enemy.
I can't wait for Virgil to just team up with this thing.
So, this is the part where we thank our new patrons.
Patrons.
Patreons.
Welcome to Patron. Hello, Patron.
Don't make fun of me. This is the part where we say thank you to all the bitches.
Hello. I'm Luke, and I'll just say thank you to our wonderful patrons instead of that. Thank you to Sharik Gevorkyan.
Dude, it's 12 and 8.
Just because it's 12 at night doesn't mean that we can't properly thank our patrons. Thanks, Scoob, because, that's a lot easier to say. Let us know how much we butchered your name.
You butchered her name, not me. Thank you so much, Xander, for your patronage.
For your patronage. Also,
Patronage.
all you cool patrons who actually listen to these messages, make sure to go and vote on that poll for the bonus episode, because currently Coliseum of Cuisine is winning, and we cannot have that.
Stop, Luke. Just because you don't want it doesn't mean that people don't want it.
All of the options on there are
Hey,
great.
everyone, vote for Coliseum. Do not vote for the Star Jumpers.
All of the options on there are great, and you should vote for the one you think is the best.
Do not vote for Star Jumpers.
Vote for Star Jumpers,
please.
or any of the other ones. Long Night and Gold Run.
Let's
Boogie and Thorn Chapel.
Let's put Luke down. What?